Hello, 4th and 5th graders. This video will show you what you need to have for your Digital Citizenship Portfolio in Keynote. So this should be a work in progress, but this will let you know what should be included on every slide. First slide is your title, My Digital Citizenship Portfolio, with your name. For this part of the assignment, you are going to need to create a chart in your Keynote that describes your different media choices. So this is how you do it. You're adding a blank slide. You're going to the plus, and you're going to come over to this one right here. And now you choose the color you want, okay? You only need to have the colors on the top. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll choose blue. All right, so now that I have my chart, I'm going to slide it all the way over to the left. And I only need 3 categories because this is what it's going to look like. So I don't need this one. So I'm going to come up here to that little circle. And where it says 4, I want it to be, not 5, sorry, I have to go down the other way. I only need 3. Okay, so again, I found that by touching that circle right there. So now I have 3. I'm going to slide it nice and big. I just grab that circle, I'm dragging it over, and now I need to type inside of the cells. The information I need is this one, what media did I use? When I double tap inside of there, I can type in the words, what media did I use? And then I need a question mark. Oop. Okay, the next one needs to say when and what time of day. So I'm going to type that in, double tap inside, when, comma, and what time of day. Okay, and then the third one says how much. So I'm going to type that in. How much? Question mark. Okay. What you're going to be doing in the cells underneath is keeping track of your media choices. Okay, so just like up here, the example said, I watched cat videos on YouTube. When? On Monday before school. And how much time? About 20 minutes. Okay. If you have a lot of media choices, you can go ahead and add more rows, and you do that by clicking. Okay, do the circle down here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can increase that to 6 or 7 depending on what I need to add, okay? So this is where you are keeping track of your media choices. Okay, the next slide had to do with the lesson called Private and Personal Information. What kind of information about you is okay to share online? Okay, you can add pictures, videos, anything you want. You can work on your transitions and be creative. The point of this lesson, boys and girls, was for you to show what information is private and what information is maybe personal about you, but okay to share online. This slide right now you're looking at had to do with lesson 4, keeping games fun and friendly. The object of this was to show how people can be positive and fun while playing online. And you're going to help others by creating rules. So on the right side should be a picture that you are creating that has to do with a video game. It simply needs to have the video game title in big letters, and it should have images of the main character or characters. On the left side, where you can see my text, is where you're going to be adding the rules that would keep the game and the social interactions positive and fun. You are not saying how to play the game, not the step-by-step, this is how you play Castle Quest. Instead, when you're playing, how should people play so their social interactions are positive and fun? The next slide had to do with lesson 5, be a super digital citizen. How can we be an upstander to cyberbullying? So you need to create a comic strip in which your superhero is an upstander against cyberbullying. and saves the day. One option is to use this app called Superhero HD to make your comic strip. Students, if you do not want to do that, that's fine. You could draw a picture, as long as it is something that is showing a superhero standing up against cyberbullying. I also gave you some scenarios to choose from. It could be number 1, oh no, someone spreads rumors about somebody else online. What would a super digital citizen do? Or it could be scenario number 2. Are you kidding? While playing a game, one player is writing insulting things to another player. What should a super digital citizen do? Or number 3, unbelievable. Someone forwards a message that was meant to be private to someone else. What should a super digital citizen do? If you're using the Superhero app, once you are completed with it, you'll have the opportunity to save it as a video. It'll show up in your photos. And then on this slide, you would just add that video to show your comic book creation. Okay, the next one was the lesson that we did on a creator's rights and responsibilities. So, what rights and responsibilities do you have as a creator? So, I've asked you to look for images from 1 or up to 3 of these sources: Pics for Learning, Britannica Image Quest, and Photos for Class. So, you are going to end up with photos that gives credit to the photographer. And this is how you do it. So 4th and 5th graders, for this part of the assignment, I want you to use one of these web clips, either Photos for Class, Image Quest, or Pics for Learning, to practice downloading images that you are going to be using for a class project and giving attribution, which means giving credit to the person who created this photo. So I'm going to come here, Photos for Class, and I am going to say that I'm doing a report on something for maybe World War II. All right, and I'm going to come and look for the photos, and I'm just going to say, well, maybe I want this top one. And you're going to notice that it says download. So I'm going to click download. All right, it says, do you want to download? I'm going to click view. So I want to see what the photo looks like. And as you can see at the bottom, it's giving the attribution. So now I'm going to hold my finger on the picture, and then it says add to photos. Okay, now if I go to my photos, all right, there's the picture. So now if I'm going to use this in my report, the information of where I got this photo is right there included. So if I now go into my Keynote and I add a new slide and I go plus, which means add a photo, I'm going to look for that picture that I just found that has to do with World War II, and there's my information. Okay, so boys and girls, it is important to give attribution to information that you are using in something you're creating for school, whether it's a report or a presentation. And that is how you can do that when adding photos to your presentation. All right, boys and girls, so that is the end of the video. So as a review, you should have slide number 1 with your title. Slide number 2 should be your media choices. Slide number 3, your personal information. Slide number 4, your video game cover that includes rules for keeping social interactions positive and fun. Slide number 5 should be the video of your superhero comic strip to show how super digital citizens stand up to cyberbullying. Slide number 6 is where you are going to be including pictures for practice, pictures of your choice. And your practice is giving attribution to the person who made that creation and posted it online, just like those. And there's a video to show that. All right, so boys and girls, you're working on your Super Digital Citizen portfolio in Keynote. And these are the steps that you should be following.